After the ball is over, after the skein is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Penhook and Needles podcast, episode 263. It is Monday, June 12th, 2017, as we are recording, and it's approximately 2:45 in the afternoon.
I have a headache.
Oh, I want to welcome all new and returning viewers to the PHN Woman Cave. I am Marlisha, also known as Lady Fernico.
And I'm Tali, also known as Franciscan Gypsy.
I want to welcome everybody who is new. Thank you for joining us. We hope you find something that you like. Thank you for the returning viewers. We're glad you returned. Yay.
Yay.
And if you are in the shadows, I say this every week, but if you are in the shadows, please feel free to join the Ravelry group, Penhook and Needles Ravelry group on Ravelry. So you can, if you join officially,
so
you can...
the Ravelry group on Ravelry?
On Ravelry.
Versus the Ravelry group not on Ravelry?
On YouTube. There is no Ravelry group on YouTube. Anyway, if you join the group officially on Ravelry, you will be eligible for the giveaways and the prizes and things like that. So we'd love to have you join us officially. We'd love to get to know you better that way also. If you are watching us on YouTube, please feel free to hit the subscribe button on your left. Okay, so we can say hello to you. We do have a new member who joined officially.
Yay.
Hooking for Fun, who is Elizabeth. Welcome, Elizabeth. We're glad to have you with us.
Welcome.
I guess before we go any further, we should... I did welcome Elizabeth. Yeah.
What's in your mug?
I was just going to say that.
I said it first.
I said it second, but I was thinking it first.
Well, that doesn't count.
It does. Those who talk without thinking usually regret it. In my Team Owl mug, let me go with the right, because I don't have the picture on the right side.
No, you just drink with the wrong hand.
There you go. See, she's anti-lefty. There's your the
But
owl.
you're not a lefty.
I am when I eat. Okay, go ahead.
Oh,
chai tea.
No one's shocked. And I am drinking one of my older teas. I forgot how much I love this tea. This is a Plum Deluxe Royale Purple Tea. Yeah. I need caffeine right now. Kenyan Purple Tea, Malva Flowers, Safflower, Love Gratitude, has caffeine.
Very cool.
And they say you could put lemon or some sort of citrus in it to bring out the purple color more.
Very cool.
Here, I'm going to let you taste some.
Have I had this before?
I'm not sure if you've had this before. It's really yummy.
It smells good. It is good. It's very good, but not as good as the last one.
I'm trying to remember the last.
That last one was fabulous. This is excellent. The other one was even better. To me, the other one was off the chart.
The other one was really good.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember which one that was. Oh, I vaguely know which one that was.
But this is excellent as well. I don't think I've come across one of Andy's that I don't like.
I've come across ones I like better than others.
Yes.
And this one's one of my favorites. I hadn't been able to have it for a while when I couldn't have any caffeine.
I think you're trying to give me your headaches. Keep it to yourself.
No, I want you to have it.
Before
I'm
we go any
generous.
further, though, now that we've got the tea and stuff like that, we've had to re-pull for the Happy Feet yarn because...
Oh, I need to send off that other yarn.
Yes, well, we'll get to that in a second. The person who won the Happy Feet yarn never contacted us, so we did redraw. So, Gonna Knit, I don't have a name for that, but Gonna Knit, you have won the Happy Feet yarn. Please contact me with your full name and address so we can send that out to you. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Please, you have a month to contact us, but please do it sooner rather than later because we're going to be busy toward the end of June and up through mid-July. So please do get to us as soon as possible. That is for the Happy Feet yarn. Now, the person who won the Cascade yarn. We have not sent it out yet. That's why it hasn't gotten to you
Yeah,
yet.
I'll probably send out, not tonight, but I have a 5-day weekend starting on Thursday.
What happened was we were waiting for to hear from the other winner for the yarn, and quite frankly forgot that we hadn't sent it out. So we apologize for that. It will be coming to you in the next several days. Okay. Okay. Now we received a coupon code from the Yarn and I, who is Cappy from the Yarn and I Cappy podcast. She is giving us a coupon code for us and for our viewers. The coupon code will be in the thread in the Ravelry group, because I have contacted her and I didn't know if I could put it on air. So I wanted to make sure that you got it, but if she didn't want it open to everybody, it'll be on thread, okay? And it is for 15% discount on purchases over $25. Her Etsy shop is the Yarn and I. So it's a really generous offer. She has all kinds of cool things there. So that's something you might want to check out. Thank you very much, Cappy. Just out of the blue. Thank you, Cappy. Very generous.
Yes.
She's amazing. Okay. Now, going on into current and other groups, speaking of Cappy, the Yarn and I Cappy podcast is having a Cal kind of like awareness of depression, to support yourselves. And it started January 1st, 2017 and goes until December 31st of this year. Anything that you make that's for you, okay, it makes you feel happy, that counts, okay? And double dipping is encouraged and expected. It's knitting, crocheting, loom knitting, all that kind of stuff. You use hashtag 123for me calcal, KALCAL, as your tag. And that kind of slides into, as I've said before, but for those of you new, I repeat it, slides into our Autism Awareness Cal because she is one of our co-hosts. Kenneth, who is the Turbo Knitter 64 of the Turbo Knitter podcast, is having a June month of gratitude Cal.
Even though, the other one slid right into it, we're not going to talk about it yet.
What?
You're saying, like, her Cal slides right into Autism Awareness, which we're not going to talk about right now.
No, we're not going to talk about that right now.
Just, figured I'd be more clear about that.
There's something broken in your
Usually when
head.
someone says something slides right into it, they start talking about that thing you're sliding right into.
No, I just said it slides into the Autism Awareness. I didn't say I was going to speak about it.
That's what that implies.
No, it does not.
Yeah, it really does.
You're an oboehead.
By that you mean I'm right, and you can't stand it.
Oboeheads are never right. They're oboeheads. Anyway, as I was saying about the Turbo Knitter 64, Kenneth is having a June month of gratitude Cal, okay? And it essentially, I don't know that you have to post the project every day, but you're supposed to list something every day or as often as you can that you're grateful for. That you're grateful for during the month of June. And I think it's a really, really good Cal. You might want to check that out. If you don't watch Kenneth, he's usually about a month, every month or every 6 weeks. He does a knitting and crocheting podcast, but he also does Floss Tube. And if you subscribe to him, you'll know when he comes up. He's a little inconsistent with the timing of it, but he's well worth watching. And we love him dearly. He's fantastic. Okay, let's see here. Packing Knits Heidi from the Packing Knits Design Podcast is having her second annual Bright as the Sun Cal. Anything that makes you think of summer or bright, happy thoughts, things like that. If you can make it, link it to happiness and summer and all that, she'll accept it.
Technically I could probably make these socks count for it, because, even though I won't have it done in time, because,
Right.
it's kind of summery.
It is. It looks like a sunset.
Well, even if you think about it, it's a lifesaver.
Right. Swimming.
Swimming in the pool or something during the hot weather.
The rules are in Heidi's group. They're very similar to our rules. And it started March 1st and goes through July 1st. So you have a couple more weeks before that one ends. And it's a lot of fun. I did that last year, and I've got some stuff in it this year, I think. If not, I need to go and put some things in. The second annual Whip It Cal, that's Laura from the Crocheting Whovian podcast. That's our other co-host for the Autism Awareness, one of our other ones. And that began May 10th and runs through July 1st, although I seem to remember her saying she might be making it a year long. So we'll have to see what that's, where she goes with that. But the idea is to take out your whips and your plops and work on them or finish them if possible. Okay, there will be prizes drawn at the end of the Cal. And she says there's not many rules because it's works in progress. So that should be a lot of fun. And Laura has a wonderful podcast. We do go on and on about her podcast because we really do like it, and she's amazing. And then she also has the second annual Tortoise versus Hare Cal, but that doesn't start until July 1st. So,
Yes.
we will talk more about that later. Okay. The Harry Potter Cal, which is Victorian Studio Podcast, that's Maureen. Maureen is hosting this for the whole year. She started January 1st, and she just accepts anything Harry Potter related. It's a Cal. It's actually, she accepts spinning as well, I think. So it's a craft along. And if you're concerned about whether or not it fits into her rules, ask her. She's very approachable. She's very friendly. She's got a wonderful podcast. And even if you're not Harry Potter minded, I'm not, and I think I would like to do this. I got to finish my owl so I can put my owl in.
Yes.
But if you find a pattern or a colorway or something, you don't have to do anything that's Harry Potter per se. You don't have to make a stuffed Harry or something. You can do whatever.
Well, you can look at the unofficial Harry Potter
Right.
knits magazine. It was put out by Interweave, I think. That's actually where this sweater came from.
Right.
It's got the owls on the back.
Hedwig.
Yeah. So this is actually a Harry Potter knits
Right.
from
Way back when.
way back when.
And Studio Von Design, who is Vonnie, she's a moderator for us, but she's also a moderator for Maureen. And she set up a thread. I believe it has patterns or yarns or something that are Harry Potter themed. So if you get stuck for something, go look at that thread. Okay? She does an amazing job for us, Vonnie does, and I'm sure she's doing an amazing job also for Maureen. I pop in there and she seems to always be busy. So she's very talented. And we appreciate that, and I know Maureen appreciates that.
Oh, I forgot to mention that I'm drinking out of my Tudor rulers mug.
Cool. Okay, now we get into, I feel like we're missing something.
Probably the autism awareness.
Well, no, I'm going into that, but I was wondering, I thought I was missing something.
Did you mention any of Undead Heidi's? Does
She
she have
doesn't have-
anything going on right now?
I don't know for sure. I know she was talking about doing potentially one for her shawl,
Right.
but I don't know.
I'm behind on everybody's podcast right now. I'm slowly but
I'm a
surely
little
catching up.
I'm getting caught up, and when I do marathons to catch up, I forget who's done what.
Mm-hmm.
So Heidi is wonderful. Okay, Heidi Undead Yarn has been one of our biggest supporters and one of our longest time friends of the podcast and of us in general, even though we've never met.
Mm-hmm.
And even if she's not got a Cal going, you will not be doing yourself any disservice to go watch her podcast. In fact, you might be doing yourself a disservice to miss it. She's a very she's fun.
Yes.
She's fun to watch, and she has some neat projects, and she's a wonderful dyer. She has an Etsy shop, and check her out if you haven't already. I think you'll enjoy her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now, excuse me.
No.
All right, autism awareness. We are almost 2 months through autism awareness.
It's crazy.
I cannot believe it. Brittany was saying she can't believe it was June already.
Mm-hmm.
And she's right. I mean, it seems like we were planning for Christmas, and I'm already thinking about Christmas in July for my Etsy shop.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's going to be a busy July for you. I guess if you have enough dye beforehand, because we're at my retreat in July.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. I've got some things going on that I have to get a move on. I hope to start working on that tomorrow. But anyway, more about that later. I was talking to Talia in December of last year, saying, we got to start looking at, Maryland sheep and wool and stuff like that, hoping we go to that. She said, Mom, that's not for another 7 months. And here it is, Maryland sheep wool's gone, and we're looking at our retreats. Mm-hmm. It's just crazy. It's too fast. We need to slow it down. But autism awareness. Okay, we have 3 lovely co-hosts. We have Laura Concert, who is a crocheting Whovian, and we have Cappy, who's from the Cappy Yarn and I podcast, and we have Monkey Butt Babies, who is Jessica, and she's kind of our silent partner. She's very busy with a bunch of other things that she's doing with, she writes pattern / storybooks, and she's very, very active in charity and stuff like that, so she's an amazing person. And she does not have a podcast, but you might want to check out her group regardless. And of course, Cappy's podcast, it goes without saying, although I will say it. She has a wonderful, informative podcast. She has taken to podcasting.
Several Cows later, we finally slid into autism awareness from Cappy's.
Anyway,
Cow.
she has taken to podcasting every so often with Sheila from the Never Cast Off podcast. She is Blue Yarn Always, and they're a hoot together. Just like I enjoy watching Blue Yarn Always and Deb's Destiny together and their podcast, the Never Cast Off podcast. Sheila's been jumping from one to the other. I never know when I'm going to see her pop up.
When does she have a time to do her own podcast and she's doing like 3 different podcasts?
What?
You said that she has Never Cast Off, and then she has 2 other people
No, she podcasts with Cappy, and she podcasts with Debbie, so she goes from one to the other.
Oh, because she doesn't actually have her own podcast?
She and Debbie have Never Cast Off.
Oh, okay.
She and Debbie have Never Cast Off.
I don't watch Never Cast Off. So.
Oh, you should.
Mom, I can barely keep up with the podcast. I don't have time.
No excuses. No. You should watch them. They are funny and they are sweet.
I can barely keep up with the 3 I do watch.
No. You must pick them up. They are really good.
Because I have all my history podcasts, too.
They're not history.
Exactly.
No. You must put them on the list.
I can't do it all.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't. So there.
You need to put them on your list. Anyway, going on. We are doing the podcast, the Autism Awareness. I told you who the co-hosts are. We have one. The rules are very simple. They've been in place for 5 years. We do 1 WIP per project per week. We have 1 FO whenever it's finished. We have we accept knitted or crocheted or loom knitted projects, and if the finished object is a Franciscan Gypsy design, if it is using Lady Ferna co-creations in a bright color, like the Fun or anything that's bright, and that's kind of subjective, so if you think it is, that's fine. Or if you're using Heidi's Undead Yarn Autism Awareness for the finished object, or you finish one of Laura Concert's patterns, those get a double chance for the prize. And as Valeria found out, and other people have found out, if you use and finish a Franciscan Gypsy Designs pattern in my yarn, you end up with 3 chances for a prize. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's kind of cool. Mm-hmm. All right. So this started April 1st, goes to June 30th? No, July 1st. April, May, June 30th. Yeah, July. Boy, we only have a couple weeks. Is that right?
Something like that.
I thought we had another month.
Yeah, we finished in July.
We finished in July. Wow. Holy mackerel. Okay.
Time flies when you're having fun.
It does, and we were just talking about that. We have several prizes which went over either last week or the week before, so I'm not going to take them out, but we do appreciate all our donators. Without them, we could not give you the prizes that we give you because they're just very, very amazingly generous, and you guys are very blessed, and we're very blessed, so we appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. Did you have anything to say about autism or Asperger's today?
No, I don't have a brain. I don't own a brain right now.
Yeah. I was thinking about something and it went out of my head. I'm trying to think of I guess something that it may not. I have to pull when I don't go do my research. I have to pull from experience. So I'm going to talk about something that Davina sometimes has a tendency to do, which can be a little disconcerting. It's when you're speaking to her or you're with her in a car or at a dinner table or something, and she's having conversation with herself, or she's having, she's not there, and then she pops in with something that's not quite, because she's heard the end of the sentence or whatever, and she wants to take part, but she's not been listening, she's been in here. And that's something that I don't know if that is across the board. I know that they do spend, a lot of autistic spectrum kids do tend to spend time in their own little world.
Well, it makes me think of something that a coworker said, and this sounds like something Davina would do, although she's become more schedule oriented now. This coworker's son just graduated high school.
Oh, right.
And she finds that they're having to keep him busy because he keeps going, well, do you have anything else for me to do? I have to watch my YouTube videos.
Right. They're very focused
on what they want.
On what they want, on what they want.
And I know that sounds pretty normal, but
But it's obsessive.
it's obsessive. But where she's like, she said something that we've said about Davina before. It's like, you got to keep them on a schedule, or this kid would spend all day in his room watching YouTube videos, and he would vegetate.
Right, and see, Davina's like that too. She does her prayers and everything. That's part of her schedule. She does her prayers, and she's very good about that. But she gets sidetracked very easily. So something that might take 15 minutes for us could take her half a day if she doesn't get directed. And she's trying very, very hard to correct that, which sometimes frustrates her because she finds her day gone, and then she gets mad because she can't do something she wants to do. So it's an ongoing type of thing. And I have to be careful because she's in the next room, so I don't want to go too much more into that. We just wanted to kind of touch base with a little bit of autism, kind of.
Sounds like she might have finished her snack, though, which is a little quicker than she usually does.
Yeah.
That's the other thing, snacks and stuff can take forever.
Right, because she sits there, and we put her on a timer, and that usually helps. But if she has a book or something, she's likely to read the book, or she'll stand up, or she'll stare into space, or whatever.
More often she'll stand up and stare into space.
Yeah, she just gets sidetracked. You know, and we all get sidetracked, but it's
more pronounced
with her. And I think that they're just, I don't know if it's that the minds go really fast and they're going from, this to that to the other thing, or if they're just so focused on something that they stop and they're focusing on that, and everything else just kind of, kind of like when you're intently working on something and you don't hear anything, you don't see anything. But
like a kind of tunnel vision.
Right. So I know this is kind of disjointed, but that's just something we wanted to share with you about what goes on here in our little corner of the autistic spectrum,
our neck of the woods
world. So, okay.
I'm gonna try to shift my stuff so I can actually see my show notes.
Yeah. Let me see here.
Let's see if they actually transfer it, because I had realized right before we started the podcast I hadn't sent them to myself, so I did a quick send and then grabbed my Kindle.
Okay, see what. All right, if you are counting, stop, because I'm going to count. 1.
No, keep counting. We want to confuse you.
2, 3.
Oops, that's my comics.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right, time for me to count.
So Valeria has she finished hers? Yeah, she finished hers, so she's not going to be counting.
Of course, she could be counting for something else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many did you have?
10.
Okay. So you go first.
Okay. In my silver shed, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles bag, 2X size, which I love,
Oh, it's chilly.
is my Avalon shawl, which Ty is going to help me with because apparently I dropped a stitch. See here, Ty, right here?
Yeah, you showed me, but we're going to tear back.
Yeah. Don't think I can pull it up? No, but it'll stretch. It'll stretch. So
You don't have enough cloth.
I found it, but apparently I didn't do a loose enough stitch to be able to fix it without pulling. So that's how far I got on it. And I must have done it not the last time I worked on it and found it, but before that.
Not
So.
looking forward to fixing that.
And I know I should do it myself, but right now I need help, so she's going to help me with it.
She's going to owe me.
Yeah, we'll use something. You'll probably get a yarn out of it.
It's going to wind in your general direction. That is annoying work.
I am using US 7's 4.5 millimeter fixed circular Chow Goo needles on a 40-inch cable, and Dragonfly Fibers Traveler in Kelpie, Riptide, and Mermaid colorways. And I got that at SVFF, the Shenandoah Valley Fiber Festival, in 2015. Okay.
I haven't worked on my shawl that for a little while, but I've been focusing on other projects.
Yeah.
I
can't figure out how I missed that stitch.
I don't know. Talent. You're probably watching TV.
Well, I know that I did something where I thought I broke a stitch, but I don't think it was that project. If I thought and I dropped it, so maybe that was when I dropped it, but I don't know if it was that project.
So my first one is in my Nursing Caps on a Pale Field bag. The Mike and Sully socks. And this is Classic Sock Pattern by Melissa Morgan Oakes. And I'm using Undead Yarn in the base Spider and the colorways Mike and Sully. And this is from a sock blank and for Mom.
It's working up really pretty.
And this only got a little bit of work done on it.
They look like the beginning of fingerless mitts.
Mm-hmm.
They're awfully pretty.
So,
Do you find it hard to keep it from tangling?
a little bit sometimes. I have a couple projects on sock blanks. I don't think sock blanks will ever become my go-to.
Why?
I'm not a huge fan of Magic Loop.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if it was because they twist together too much.
Well, that too, but I'm not a huge fan of Magic Loop. I prefer DPNs.
Why don't you like Magic Loop?
Personal preference.
Yeah, no particular...
It's a whole host of things. I don't like having the cable hang off. I can, with DPNs, I can stop at any one of the corners, because I do with 5 DPNs, so 4 needles are always holding my work at all times. So there's more stopping points in the middle of a row where I can just fold up my work and not have to worry about it. I like the shape of it better. It's shaped more like a tube while I'm knitting it.
Oh, is it? Oh, I see, yeah. Oh, yeah, I see what you're talking about.
It's shaped more like a tube while I'm knitting it. I like the way of working the gusset off of it better. Basically, everything about knitting it is more fun with DPNs.
So when you had the gusset, you just wouldn't work that one needle, right?
I just wouldn't work so what I would do is, okay, I'm currently in the middle of a needle, but you work your gusset over, well, not your gusset, you would work your heel flap and over half your stitches. So you just wouldn't work 2 of the needles.
Right. Would they be, you work both needles one after another? Do you skip one and then work it, or?
You would, hold on, let me go ahead and finish.
This is because I don't know how to knit socks. I'm going to learn eventually.
Okay, so say that these 2 needles are my first 2 needles. Okay, awesome. So, I've knit my first 2 needles. Rather than going on to my next 2 needles, I would turn my work, knit back over those 2 needles, turn my work again. I would be working flat over, no, not short rows. Short rows would involve some sort of wrapping and turning. All it is I'm working half the stitches flat.
So you don't have to wrap and turn when you turn?
Not here.
Okay. What does wrap and turn do?
Wrap and turn is for a certain kind of, it's usually for like a shaping.
Oh.
I've had to do it so infrequently that, honestly, yeah, I've done it mostly for sweaters.
Right.
But
I've heard people go on and on about wrap and turn, how much they hate it.
It's not a big deal. I prefer the Japanese short rows when I do use it, but it's been a very long time. And like I said, it was for sweaters. A lot of times for some sort of shaping, for like a collar or something. Anyway, yeah, you work half your stitches for the heel flap and then the heel turn, and then you end up picking up the rest of the stitches when you do the gusset.
And that's on waist yarn or no?
No, because
it's on your needle.
Because it's on your needles. It's
That's
just
good.
so convenient.
Yeah, that's good.
Whereas I do believe that you have to use waist yarn for the for this here. It's less convenient to do Magic Loop, and I very rarely knit socks on Magic Loop. I almost always knit them on DPNs. Not to mention, it's just more fun.
Right.
So, yeah, after I finish 2 pairs of sock that I have on sock blanks, I'm not sure if I'll knit much more on sock blanks simply because I'm not a huge fan of 2 at a time socks.
Can't you just get 2 sets of DPNs?
I could, but it's all tangly.
Right.
I mean, you could, but it's a lot easier to...
Or you can defeat the purpose and just unravel it.
Yeah. One of the things is, when you're working 2 at a time socks, is this is really 2 at a time, you know, you don't have to think, did I do a row on this one? Did I do a row on that one? I know I did because I did them both at the same time.
Right.
I'm not sure I really want to do it that way on the DPNs because, you know, unless I had a pattern that I just measure.
Right.
Because otherwise I would have no idea where I was at.
Okay.
So.
Okay. My turn?
Yes.
All right. My next one is in my Kikiboo Holiday Owls bag. I didn't do a whole lot of work on this. I actually didn't do a whole lot of work on anything this week. I worked on this one. I think I worked on this when I was getting my hair, waiting for my hairdresser appointment. So I made a little bit of progress on this. I really am uncertain if I'm going to have enough yarn to finish this. If I don't, I may see if I have more yellow and just do the top yellow. Because the blue is what I'm running out of. So that's how far I've gotten. This is a Cindy Wood loom, and it is a baby hat, 3 to 18 months. And I think Laura wrote that for me. Or maybe it might have been the people who were there. I don't know. But in any event, I like working this. It's a little uneven for some reason, but it'll be okay. It's going to be a charity hat. It's really, really solid warm. I have the two, I think these are 2 worsted weights, so it's really a heavy hat. And I think the baby or child will get a lot of good use out of it once we get into the colder weather again, as it hits 90 degrees.
Right.
Okay.
Well, it's 90 degrees outside. I'm wearing hand knit socks.
Well, somewhere it's wintertime, Australia or somewhere.
Yeah, this is my
That's the case pattern.
case pattern.
Cobblestone.
Cobblestone. This is Heidi's yarn.
You get a lot of use out of those socks.
No, it's not a cobblestone pattern though. The pattern is 3 Chimneys. Or,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's based off of that book series that she likes.
It's like you're almost felting it on the bottom.
Well, because this yarn
It's not superwash.
is not superwash. I remember correctly. I can't remember for sure though. I'm pretty sure this one's not
I love the
superwash.
color on that.
Oh yeah. Well, it was perfect because it was kind of a chimney-ish.
What would you have to show though? It's your turn.
Yes. I showed something. I showed my sock.
That's not a project.
Okay, so in my autumnal leaves purse by
Does that,
Silver Shed
does that have a division in it, that bag?
No.
No?
No.
I thought you said your purse did. Okay.
No,
Okay.
that would. I mean, it has a pocket there.
No, but no division.
No, I wouldn't want a division in there. It'd be very inconvenient.
Yeah.
Silver Shed USA.
That's
Autumn
quite cool.
leaves, and this is my Christmas peppermint socks. Basic rib socks. Basic rib. I can't speak.
Try again.
Basic ribbed sock using magic loop pattern.
Very good. Tough stuff.
Hold on.
My flicking fingers are getting itchy.
I'll take out your flicking fingers.
No, you won't. Not if you want me to test for you, you won't.
Let's see. I'm weighing the benefits, pros and cons. Okay. This is by Melissa Bayer, the pattern. And I'm using Dragonfly fibers in the base dragon sock and the colorway Stole Christmas. It says use magic loop. Obviously, I'm not using magic loop. I'm using DPNs because I don't prefer magic loop. I started off in magic loop while I was waiting for my DPNs to arrive in the mail.
I like the way this is working up. It's pretty.
So, and they do fit. I tried them on at work the other day.
With the needles in?
Yeah. That's another reason I like DPNs.
Oh, yeah.
Although Magic Loop is very simple for that as well. But yeah, I went ahead and I tried this on. It's why I like cuff down, actually.
Right.
Because I can try it on as I go. I mean, I know some people will do that with their toe ups as well. But there's just so many things I like about cuff down. Anyway, it's my preferred. But yeah, this just got a little bit of work. Not a ton of work, but some.
Very cool. Okay. You haven't seen this one in a while. This is in my Stitched by Mimi teacup bag that I love. This is my bonfire shawl from the Sock Knitter Shawl pattern by K.F. Jones. And this is in Miss Babs Yowza What a Skein in the Rishi colorway and the Vlad color, which I haven't started yet. But I did a couple rows on this. 1 or 2 rows yesterday. So there's not a lot of progress, but let's see here. Kind of tangled up here.
Oopsie. It's a bunny.
So it's getting bigger. I know it's upside down. Ty always tells me it's upside down. But you can see my little turtle stitch markers on the bottom from Laura Concert. So it's getting bigger. I like the way it looks.
Yeah, it's gonna be a nice dramatic shawl when it's done.
Very pretty. So I work a little bit on it at a time when I can, spare my hands for it, and I enjoy it. And I have another one in green on my other needles. These happen to be on US 9s. I think the other ones are they're either on 10s or 8s. I forget. I know it's one size off. I just can't remember if it's bigger or smaller. That takes care of that one.
Okay, so
Excuse me.
no. Next is in my Silver Shed USA Bat Signal bag. This is the Faded Glory shawl, which is Lala Simple Shawl pattern by Laura Linneman. And I'm using Lady Fernico Creations Bulky in the colorway Forever Blue Jeans. And this is on the last ball of yarn. I worked on this while we were seeing Wonder Woman in the theater. This has been my theater knitting. Hold on, it's upside down.
Oh, it's upside down. Ooh, that is getting bigger. That's going to block out nice, I think.
It's quite a bit bigger.
Very nice.
And it's not even really stretched to its full capacity.
Very nice.
So I look forward to having this shawl.
Now, Taya, if you've not been on the threads, Taya has set up several of my yarns on Ravelry. If you want to tag my yarns on Ravelry, if you want to see what they look like worked up, I now have some on Ravelry.
Yeah, I broke into a Ravelry account one night because I was tired of not being able to tag my projects.
Yep. Not all the yarns are up there yet. I'll put the others up later, but she got me started. I think I have 6 yarns up there right now.
Something like that.
So
6 bases.
6 bases. So
some of the more common bases that you have.
So if you want to put them up there, please feel free to tag your yarn. If you've used yarn for my projects, all you people who've done the fun in the Woman Cave projects, please do tag them. I'd love to see them up there.
Now we have all the the capacity to do that.
Right, and I know that somebody has done a shawl. No, Brittany did who did the shawl with my...
With your yarn?
Somebody already posted the shawl. I know somebody did a hat with my Plum Deluxe.
Someone also did a shawl with your Plum Deluxe.
Yeah, she posted it though.
Oh, she did?
I think she did. And then somebody did a hat and somebody did something else. Laura, could you please, I know I have your bird, but can you please, if you have pictures, post it? If not, I'll post it. Let me know if you don't have pictures of Plum and I'll post it.
Well, you can't, all you can do is send her pictures and ask her to make a project page.
I
yeah, but you can't make a project page and you make them.
Laura, you have to do this. Because it has to be there. It's got to be there. Okay, your turn. Oh, that was your turn, wasn't it?
That was my turn. Hi, trying to trick me.
Trixie. Okay. In my Kiki Boo Puzzle Pieces bag is my Because He Asked Me project from the Tie Me Up pattern by Brunette Designs. And later on I'll talk to you a little bit about this, about something else that happened with this. But I made a lot of progress on this. I like working on this because it goes pretty fast. Let's see. This is the one I really wanted to work on over at the hairdresser. So I had to watch it though because my hairdresser had a little boy there and he's 3.5 or so and he's just adorable and he was full of hugs and he wanted all kinds of attention and of course you give it to him because he's adorable. Okay, and he's 3. So this is the progress I've made. I am going to need another ball of yarn, even though I'm not even halfway finished with this. I have a while to go. I'm only about just barely halfway through the length of this, and this is not going to cover it. Because when I read the pattern, I must have misread it, and I didn't have enough for the pattern, so I had to order some. And I'm using US 3 Chow Goose, red lace, interchangeable needles, and Madeline Tosh DK in the shower colorway. I'd like to get this done for my husband's birthday. I don't think I'm going to get it done for Father's Day, which is this weekend. So I don't even have the second ball of yarn yet.
Yeah, that's probably going to be a no.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next one is in my...
have we seen that bag recently?
No, it's been a while. Bakery Bears Dachshund bag. this is Lifesaver Socks, which is the Finish Line pattern by Spinning Laura. Wow.
Laura.
Yeah, my brain died. I saw her in my face.
Saw her in your face? Laura, what are you doing on her face? What
Can
are
I
you
go to
doing on her
sleep
face?
now?
No, not until the podcast is over.
I'm gonna have more caffeine. Saw her face in my head. Actually, I saw Iggy's face in my head.
Iggy's cute. She posted cute pictures of Iggy on Instagram.
All pictures of Iggy are cute.
I know, he's just
All you have to say is she posted pictures of Iggy, and it
Yeah.
stands to reason they're
adorable.
cute.
Yes, Iggy is very photogenic.
Yes, he is. You are too, Jasper. He's going to have his little Jasper feelings hurt.
Yes.
Those are her two pugs.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's a Spinning Laura Smoot pattern. The yarn I'm using is Stray Cat Socks in the colorway
Here's Stray
Lifesaver.
Cat Strut.
In the colorway Lifesaver. And they're being knit for me.
We're being watched by an Yoda owl.
Mm-hmm. So,
That's looking nice. And that's pretty true to color.
Mhm.
A little bright, but very true to color.
well, it's a bright pair of socks.
Very nice.
So, this is the first one of her patterns I've consistently worked. It just has been worked for a while because I have so many socks on the needles and so many toys
Right.
on the hooks. And
I think I have 3 or 4 patterns of hers on the needles.
so, there we be.
Let's see. All right. My next one is in my Knitting's My Bag Angel bag, which I love, and it matches my bag. This is my Brights Baby Blanket from the Malt pattern by Tin Can Knits, and I'm using US 8s. These are Chaigus, of course. Hobby Lobby, I love this yarn in the Brights colorway, hence the very original name of the blanket. I didn't do a whole lot on this either, but I worked a little. I don't remember working on it, but I must have. Because the first thing I do when I change my notes on is yellow everything that I haven't worked on.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's kind of bunched up on the needles here. But so you can kind of see where it's starting.
I love the way that
stopping.
yarn works out.
I do too. I need to get the blue one. They have a blue in this kind of a yarn. They have a couple of different ones, but this one and the blue ones was my favorite. I don't know why I picked this one up. I think because I didn't see the blue one, they didn't have it there.
Mhm.
And then I couldn't justify getting it when I saw it, so I didn't pick it up. So this is coming along slowly, but this is when I just, want to sit down and not worry too much about what I'm doing. And this is a free pattern, I believe. You have that little garter edge, and then, it's pretty mindless in the middle. So up to a point, there's a little point where you have to kind of pay a little more attention, but I have not gotten there yet. Okay.
Alrighty, so next is in my Little Skein in the Big Wool Velveteen Rabbit bag. And this is the Happy Snails Trails hat, which is the Bankhead pattern by Susie Gorley. And I'm using Marigold Jen Yarns Worsted Merino Superwash in the colorway Happy Snail Trails. So, hasn't got a ton of work, but it got a little bit. This usually just gets a little bit of work when I'm on a machine or something.
Very pretty.
So,
Making some progress on it. So
yeah, some progress. Slowly but surely. This is not one that's being rushed. It's for charity.
I still haven't taken pictures of that baby hat. I need to do that. Okay. Are you done with that one?
Mm-hmm.
All right. In my Plover Bird critters in the woodland critters in the park bag is my Samwise Gamgee hat from the Angel Hat pattern by KF Jones, using US 6s and US 7s Chaugus, and Marigold Jen Worsted Merino Superwash in the Scenic Route colorway. So I'm making pretty good progress on this here. I like this pattern a lot. just starting to see what the top of the hat's going to look like. So this is fun. I love the color, and I enjoy working the hat. I like working hats. I never thought I would like working hats, but I like working hats, particularly knitted hats. I'm going to have to learn to use DPN so I can close up the top a little easier.
A lot of times hats is something that I'll do if I don't have anything else to work.
I like working hats. They're fun. They're small.
I'd rather work a sock first.
Well, and that may, like I said, that may change when I do socks. I don't think I'd like doing it. I tried it on the 9-inch circulars, tried like other things on that. Even closing this up is hard on the 9-inch circulars. So I think that's going to be too tough on my hands. So I'm going to either have to learn how to magic loop or do the DPN so I can close this a little easier.
DPNs are awesome.
Yeah. So this is a fun project, and Kay always writes a very nice pattern. I also have a couple of her patterns going. So I have certain designers that I go back to. Kay, Laura Smoot, you know, a couple other people, your pattern, your toys, things like that. So there we go.
Okay, so in my oopsie, is a bunny.
Hold on. I don't think I have any tea. I don't.
In my tortoise versus hare bag with the burtle.
Wrong side. Turtle bunny. Turtle bunny.
Is Annika, which is the test pattern for Valeria the Dutch Bunny. And I need to just buckle down and finish her. For a while, that was all I was working. And then I got kind of on a sock kick, and she sat in the bag. So I need to focus her, finish her, do the videos.
I need to have Taya look at it because I brought her with me to the hairdresser. And I looked at it, and I know I'm in the right place, and I know I started with the right color, and I looked at it and turned it around and looked at it. I can't figure out what I did. And I'm not afraid of pulling it back. It's crochet. I just don't know what I did. And I don't know if it's because the little boy was there and I couldn't focus or what. So I'm going to have her look at it before I try tearing it back, because she knows it's her pattern. For some reason, it seems to me that I'm working opposite colors.
So, yeah, this could be finished anytime soon. Actually, I want to finish it. I'd like to finish this weekend and do the videos this weekend because I have a 5-day weekend. So this is like the best time I can get for getting that test running.
Right.
So.
And Sue asked about releasing the sea turtle by the 16th.
Because there's National Sea Turtle.
Yeah, which is cool.
It's really cool. It's National Sea Turtle Day. I probably won't release it by that time, though, because that's asking my testers to get it done too soon, and I want everybody to have it done in time.
Yeah, there's no way I'll make it.
I didn't tell people that test date.
Right. But I thought that's a cool idea, though.
It's a very cool idea, Sue, and thanks for letting us know. Maybe we'll have to, do something special for Tara.
Yeah.
How do you do something special for a toy? Take a bunch of pictures of her.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Give her close-up.
Yeah.
I think that's a cool thing, though. Thank you for letting us know,
you.
Sue. We appreciate that. I wish it was in July.
Yeah, I wish it was, too.
Yeah. Okay, my next one is the Valeria Shawl Project, and that is in my...
You know, I might have to note somewhere, though, what that day is, because...
It's the 16th.
No, I mean, like, for the future.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Because then we can sort of keep track of when it is for next year.
Right. Well, we can do maybe a special just that week since it's during our autism awareness. If anybody does a bright colored Tara, they get a double.
Right.
Even just for working on it. As long as, it's in that 1 week.
Yeah.
Okay. This is my Valeria shawl, and I did some work on this. The Perfect Retreat Shawl Pattern by Susan B. Anderson. And Valeria gave this to me, and I love this pattern. It's a very nice pattern. I'm using my Chow Goose, of course. I'm using the Maryland Sheep and Wool 2016 colorway and a Black Watch colorway. And I made some progress on this. I don't know if you can tell, but I did. It's hard to tell what the back and the front is. I think this is the front. So it's growing a little at a time, and I really, really do like the way this is starting to work out. I was concerned that I wouldn't like how variegated it is, but it's very nice.
I guess it's subtle variegation.
I guess it's almost a tonal.
That was more the word I was looking for, was tonal.
I've looked at some gradients and stuff. I'm not sure I understand what gradient looks like. They say gradient, and it's got no color changes, or it has a lot of color changes or something. I don't quite understand. I'm going to have to look up. When I think of gradients...
gradates.
But yeah, when I think of gradients, I think of stuff like what Heidi puts out, and I think like some of the gradient sets where you think, boy, that color is really close all the way through, and then all of a sudden it's different.
Yeah.
That's what I think of, but some of them I'm not really sure what they're thinking of when they say gradient. And this DPN holder is by Thank God for Bags. That's Sheila from the Never Cast Off podcast, which I love. I love it. It's perfect for holding on to this. I use this, and I use my little, whatever you call those.
See, I only use those for DPNs.
I don't have DPNs right now. So this project, I was hoping to have more done on this, but I got sidetracked with other things and other issues that I don't want to go into exactly. That kind of took my time and attention. So that's that.
So next, in my knockoff
Vera Bradley
bag, this is what I take with me to Adoration. It's got prayer books in it, but also has my two charity projects in it. And the one I'm going to talk about right now is Cornflower, which is the 7th pattern by Kelly Van Niekerk. Generally, I'll take things that is for someone else to the Adoration Chapel, so I can put prayers into them. And this isn't very far along.
Little baby hat.
I usually make the largest size.
The largest baby hat?
Mm-hmm. Because there's preemie, I think, small newborn, and large newborn. And I make the large newborn usually because most babies that, a lot of babies I've run into had the big ear heads. So, and the hat will also last them a little longer. I love this pattern. I need to at some point, maybe I need to make a tab, see how many 7th patterns I've made.
I've made a few. You and Valeria keep her on the board going.
Yeah. I just love this pattern. It's got enough interest to, keep you going, but it's simple and it keeps even a plain yarn from being boring.
Right. Well, it has a nice little pattern and it pops pretty nicely with a plain yarn.
Yeah, and but works also well with a variegated. So it's just a very nice baby hat. There we go.
Okay, because I should put Valeria down. Not that we don't mention her all the time. Okay, my next one is one that, let's see, in my Mama C Creations owl bag. Love my bag. Love this bag. My owl bag. Happy owl bag. This is my, I can't show you this. It's bursting out of my bag. This is Tara, the sea turtle, Gypsy the sea turtle from the Tara pattern, and by Franciscan Gypsy Designs. And I've made progress. I finished the head and the body, and I'm doing the front fins. I'm doing them 2 at a time. So, because I get second fin syndrome. So that's all I can say about this, because I can't show you anything. And this is all in Heidi's yarn, Undead Heidi's yarn.
And thank you everybody who's put in, all my testers who have caught typos and stuff for Tara. The Tara pattern was completed. A lot of times I'm very tired when I'm writing up the pattern because I've spent all night doing the tutorials, and a lot of times I'm in a rush to get it done before I get to bed or to work or something.
And speaking of tutorials, Valeria made a nice catch with that.
Yes,
Valeria,
she did.
She met with the be aware if you haven't gotten the updates yet. Have you sent them all out?
I have not sent out updates, but
yeah, if you haven't got the updates, Valeria caught that. What was it? Flipped?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were flipped. So it's there. It's just flipped.
Yeah, and I've corrected it in the pattern itself. I just haven't sent out any updates.
Yeah, but they should know that in case I get into that point. So thank you, Valeria.
Okay, so it's me again.
Yes,
So
because
you
I
just-
just did Gypsy. Yeah.
This is also my Adoration bag. This is the Robin's Egg Blanket, the Building Blocks Blanket pattern by Annie Dempsey.
And that looks like a nice pattern to work.
Yeah, it's a Lion Brand Pound of Love in the colorway turquoise. I've had this for a while, so ever since I've knit that 10 hours or less baby blanket that's
George did.
Yeah, George did. And I have several more rows of garter stitch before I go into the pattern.
Is that one actually called turquoise? Is it the
Turquoise is the colorway.
red heart that's turquoise?
No, this is turquoise.
No, I was saying yeah.
The red heart
Sorry about
thing
the
is
phone,
turquoise,
guys.
yeah.
I don't know who it is, but
Call from Timothy Wagner.
Jane.
Do I need to put this on
Call
pause?
from
Yeah, you
Timothy
better.
Wagner.
Okay, hold on, guys.
Excuse me.
One sec.
Hey,
Sorry about that.
minor catastrophe averted or something. I have to deal with it tomorrow. Okay.
But yes, I know I had a needle marker for this thing.
Needle marker or a stitch marker?
The red thing, the clip.
Oh,
I mean, I'll steal one of the ones for the. Oh, there it went. It fell down when
it fall down.
I had to turn off the camera.
Right.
Okay, but yeah, basically, I'm in garter stitch, and then I'll be able to do the little bit of pattern that's in the main baby blanket, and this will take a while to knit. I mean, I don't plan on this being done anytime soon.
Now, Taya, that's back on seconds. Is that just because we restarted?
Yes,
Okay.
because I don't have a pause. I have
Oh.
a stop and restart.
Okay. And you won't have any trouble.
No, I've spliced together before. And actually, I'm hoping to on my retreat be doing the recording for. Father said that he'd be looking forward to having someone else maybe handle the camera, so I might be doing the recording.
Father Jeff or Father Matt?
Matt, while he's talking. Yep, not September retreat. My retreat.
Right, yeah.
In Stetton.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'm gonna be very used to my equipment by the time that.
Well, make sure that you get your formation in.
Yeah.
You have to be sitting. Okay. Now, all right. My next one is in my Forest Creatures Hedgehog Silver Shed bag that I won many moons ago. And this is my Stormy Seas project from the Windback Branch pattern by Laura Smoot. And I'm using US 5s and US 6s. Kim Dye's yarn Brioche DK in the dark and dangerous colorway. And I made a little progress on this. I can't remember if I worked on this or not.
Well, you have it in your show notes. You must have worked on it, right?
No, I meant if I worked on it in the hairdresser.
Mm.
And I've got a little place where I have to, this little opening here, for some reason I could not get it to stop twisting. So I just did the first several rows flat, and I'm going to sew it. Just those few rows I'm going to seam it. And you're not even going to notice it.
No, you'll be fine.
So it was just easier for me. It was giving me a pain in the neck and my hands and all that. And I said, okay, that's it. I'm going to. And it's nothing to do with Laura's pattern. It's just for some reason I could not get this on here without twisting it. And I've done it. I've done it with K's a dozen times, with the Bankhead and K's a dozen times. It seems like, but I just couldn't do it with this one for some reason. I guess I was tired or whatever. I like this colorway a lot. I haven't used a whole lot of Kim's. We did a lot at the beginning, but I don't have a whole lot in my stash. And I really like her yarn. She does a good job. It's all kind of blues, different shades of blues, maybe some purple and some teals. And Laura Smoot is another one who writes a really, really nice pattern. It's easy to follow. She's very accessible. I have no problem contact her and say, hey, I can't, what do I do? What? Hey, you have it in this yarn. I don't want to do it in that yarn. Can I do it in this kind of yarn? So she's really good about helping. I do. I love her stuff, and I love the fact that she's so accessible and easy. She's very, very giving of her time to help you. Okay. Your
So next is and this is my last one actually. It is in my teacups kiwi bag.
Teacups?
My Kiwi Bags teacups bag.
Oh, I thought you said kiwi. I was like, kiwi.
No.
Okay.
This is Harry. It's the Miss L Basic 6-ply sock pattern by Miss L. And this is Nomadic Yarns Twisty Sport in the colorway Harry. So this is my Harry Potter.
Nomadic Yarns. Was that an online purchase?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Like Australia or something, wasn't it?
I can't remember where this comes
It
from.
was overseas.
I can't remember this one was overseas.
What was the other one overseas?
Stray Cat Socks was overseas.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I'm not sure where Nomadic Yarns comes from.
Let's see.
It doesn't say.
No, it doesn't.
But
Cute little logo there.
yeah, so I started this.
I like that red. The whole
Isn't it
colors are
lovely?
nice. They're very pretty.
I'm
I think she needs to do blue and silver.
sure she has some. So this got started.
Very pretty.
and got quite a bit of work done on it, considering the fact that it just recently got started. And I've been looking forward to starting these socks for a while.
And what was the yardage on this? 300, 400?
400 some.
Oops.
I'm sorry, 328,
Okay.
but still, that's more than.
Is it enough for socks?
I have a second.
Oh, you have a
skein.
second skein? Okay. Oh, I didn't see it.
I just
here.
don't have it in here.
Okay.
I should still have enough, but if I don't, I have a second skein.
Right.
So,
I just had in my mind's eye a sweater on a teddy bear with that color. That would have been cute.
yes, it would be. So that's it.
Okay, I have one more. And it is it's my Mother's Day shawl project from the Dead Easy pattern by Heidi Undid Yarn. And I'm using all her yarn in here. This is my Star Wars bag, Silvershed USA. And I made a little bit of progress. Not a whole lot, but a little. I'm starting to get a little tangled here. I finally answered your response, Heidi, about row 60.
Yeah, I am so far behind in responding on things.
I really like this. It's very simple, but it's got a nice pattern to it. And I guess it's textured or something. I don't know. There's
It
just,
does look like it has nice texture.
I don't know exactly.
Although I think you're looking at the wrong side. Oh no,
It's garter.
it's garter. Okay. Huh.
I don't know if you can see. And I don't know. Isn't that cool? I really like that. I just do. I'm looking forward to getting this finished. So I don't know what will happen if she doesn't give me. She's unable to, because I know she's very busy with Zombie Knitpocalypse and stuff. If she doesn't get the bigger shawl for this done, I don't know how this will fall if I just add on rows, but we'll see.
We'll see.
It may end up being one color the way I'm going,
Right.
so we'll see. Okay, so that's that. Do you have anything else?
No. Hey, I have that song stuck in my head. I'm not sure what it is. Da 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 da.
That's Grease.
Okay, that is from Greece. That's what I thought, but
We
a
go
coworker.
together.
Okay, a coworker caught me singing, and he's like, "What's that song?" I'm like, "I have absolutely no idea."
Go together like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you, because it was bugging me because it was stuck in my head, and I couldn't figure out what it was, where I heard it from.
Right. Okay, what do you have?
I have on the bookshelf.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
Oh, that's right. Okay.
I finished the Plum Deluxe socks.
They look pretty, if I do say so myself.
Well, I still knit them.
I know, but my colorway.
So
I like them. They turn out well.
I'm very happy with them. I can't wait to wear them.
Can I see that a second?
Yeah.
They turn out really nice. Oh, they're heavy.
And then
Is this a sock weight that I gave you?
no,
A sport?
hmm
Okay.
it's the same pattern. It's my go-to pattern. The same one I'm using for the hairy socks.
Okay.
Um,
So this is a really warm, a sport weight. This is going to be a warm pair of socks.
Mhm. It's my go-to pair of socks. If you notice, most of the socks hanging downstairs are this pair.
I like the sport weight socks. They're,
Actually, Mom, your favorite pair of socks that
My
I've
what?
knit you. Your favorite pair of socks
Uh-huh.
I've knit you, they're in this pattern.
okay.
This is my go-to pattern.
I really do like the way they feel.
Well, and
They're nice and cushy.
your pair of socks, I think, was the first one I did in this pattern, and then I basically knit all my sport weight socks.
What was the other one? Was
That
the
might
blue
be
sock?
that pattern too. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I tend to go for this pattern though. So, yes, I'm very happy to have these.
So that means
finished.
she can cast on the Mother's Day socks.
No, I already cast on these. I always try to have a pair of sport weight on.
Right.
The
Oh,
mother
that's right. The opal is fingering.
fingering. Yeah,
I saw-
that'll go on after I finish the
There's no
fingering
rush.
weights.
There's no rush. I know I'm going to get them. There's no
Yeah.
rush.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Let's see here. I don't have any.
I might do that pair of socks in Laura's one because that look really pretty with the drop stitch.
Oh, right. Whatever you want. Yeah. I don't care. I'm not in any hurry.
Yeah, but
Okay.
when I finish the one that I'm doing, that'll be really pretty in that.
Because it's kind of a
It's a tonal,
yeah. Yeah.
and it'll really show off that pattern well.
Okay. Do you have any? What's next? Do you have any?
Royalties?
I do have royalties.
I have two.
Okay, you go first because I only have one.
This isn't really counted as royalty, I don't think. When we went to see Wonder Woman, they had
Which was an awesome movie,
which
by
was
the
really
way.
enjoyable. They had the options of getting different drink sizes. I had to go with the large because I really wanted this cup. Not that I really needed it.
I want Baby Groot.
So it has all the Guardians on it, and then on top, you could have different figurines, and they don't let you choose. You get whatever happens to be there.
But I want
And
Baby
Star-Lord happened to be who was there.
I want Baby Groot.
So,
I have to go to a theater that has Baby Groot.
there we go. So I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to do with this. I didn't really need it, but I
Can you
wanted
take it
it.
off the top of the... Does it pop out or anything? Or is that like a base?
I think it's a base. Yeah, I don't want to risk
Yeah,
breaking it.
that could be a base. Just wash it,
Yeah. Well, I like the cup too.
Like you have room in your room for that. Because it's not staying on my dining room table.
No, it's not.
Or my bathroom.
So I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. I'll figure it out. Look at Baby Groot. He's so cool.
I know. It's like,
He's
just all that.
he's just hanging out there because he's all cool like that.
I love seeing him dance in the movie. It's so funny.
So
We
there's
don't
that
want
one.
to do any spoilers for that.
No.
Okay, mine. I didn't buy this. This goes back to my Shire colorway for the tie. I ordered another ball of the Shire colorway in the DK Tosh. In that, I ordered it and it came in really fast. I mean, I was really surprised how fast it came in. The only problem was this is not the Shire colorway. Okay, this is Mad Tosh DK, and the colorway is opaline. Beautiful, kind of a grayish lavender, beautiful color. I called them. I said, "Hey," because I looked at the invoice to make sure I didn't make a mistake on the order, and I said no Shire color. So I called them and I said, "Hey, you guys sent me the wrong color. Great service, but you guys sent me the wrong color." She took down my information and all that. She said, "We'll get it to you real fast." And I said, "Okay, so what do you want me to do with this skein of yarn?" I said, "Oh," she said, "it was our mistake. You can keep it." This is from Webb's, okay? If you guys want to do business with a good company that's kind of a big box store, I am impressed, okay? As many of you know, Mad Tosh is not cheap, and it's nice yarn. They let me keep the yarn. I was willing to return it in exchange. They're not only sending me the yarn I ordered without charge, they let me keep this one. So this is a shout out plug for Webb's because I was very, very impressed.
Yes.
Okay, and the color is just gorgeous. Look at this.
It's really pretty.
It's kind of a purpley
And we're not
gray.
purple girls.
No, but this is gorgeous. This is
Yes.
not going anywhere. I'm using this. This is kind of a purpley gray.
It'd make a really pretty bunny, just saying.
It would, but I don't think so. It
Come
would-
on now.
It's going to be an owl. And I have to keep it.
When do you not keep an owl?
I just love it. It's such a pretty color. And I'm not a purple person, but this is just beautiful. So I just wanted to give a little shout out to Webb's because I thought that was classy. Okay. What's next?
Okay, I have one final.
Oh, yay. I don't even know what you got in there.
Yeah, because I didn't show you. This is my Plum Deluxe tea of the month. So, I almost wish this one had come as a big tea because this looks really good.
What is it?
Spice Berry Refresher Black Tea.
Ooh.
It's got black tea, apple pieces, rose hips, hibiscus, ginger, cinnamon, orange peel, rose petals, raspberry leaves, blackberry essence, pomegranate essence, love and gratitude, low caffeine.
Nice.
So, if I like this, I'm going to have to order some. Because it just looks like it has everything that's awesome. And it smells good.
It does. I have to see. I think Andy has, if you have like hay fever reaction system, I think he has things that you...
He does.
I have to look into that because that's one thing that's kept me from doing it.
I also have some Jubilee Decaf Black Tea. He's been trying to send me low caffeine options.
Because that's the one you're in, yeah.
Raspberry plus jasmine joined for moments of celebration. Wonderful, hot or iced. This is all organic decaf black tea. Raspberry bits, rose petals, jasmine flowers, raspberry leaves, raspberry essence. Love and gratitude, no caffeine. I think I tried this the other night. It was good.
Nice.
And the one I haven't tried yet, besides the little pack, I've been kind of saving the little pack because
Right.
I really want to drink it, but I know once I drink it, it's all gone.
Andy, I want more of those bath salts. Those are nice.
This is Happy Hour Blend Herbal Tea. A fun, feisty blend that makes every tea moment a happy hour.
I see. A pugnacious tea.
Rabbit punch. Okay, this has honeybush tea, hibiscus, lemon verbena, lime extract, love, gratitude, no caffeine.
Actually sounds pretty good. I like the ones with lime in it. They
I
have
do
some
like the
taste.
one with lime. The last one we had lime
Yes,
in
it
it.
did. It was really good.
Yeah. So,
But what I was mentioning was, I guess it was around Christmas time maybe, that you got that little gift, and Andy stuck, it was some kind of bath salts with tea and everything in it. It was really nice. I took a bath with that, finished it up last night or the night before, and it was very nice. That's why I was asking him about it. Okay. I don't have any more stash enhancements.
and I'm done.
Okay, I didn't do a whole lot of writing, just a little bit, and I posted my prompts to the percolator. That's all done. I'm hoping to get more writing done now because the weather seems to be a little stormy, and that usually curtails my crafting a little bit, so maybe I'll get some writing done instead. Also, I have to do a lot of dyeing. Do you have anything to talk about in terms of your Etsy shop?
No, not really. I should probably put up fun pretty soon, but it's not going to happen tonight. Not with podcast stuff.
I think I'm going to be doing a shop update. I already finally have some pictures from my husband. I have put drafts up for some of them. The rest of them I hope to get up within the next couple of days. I will show you what I've got. I'm going to be putting up. You've already seen most of these. The citrus will be going up. There's one sport and one fingering, so this will be going up. The Lady Diva, this is 462 yards of fingering. Okay, here's the Reskein Tropical Birds. Okay. And then this is one I just did, and this is called Summer Days. And this is also, this is a sport. It's called Summer Days. And I did this one on Saturday night. Oh, they got dried. This one was a bear because it was tangled in the skein when I got it, and I thought I had undone it, or I didn't read that I had to reskein it before I dyed it, and it was a mess to reskein. But this will be going up in the shop as well. It's a sport weight. So keep your eyes open if you're interested. I have 2, 4, 6 skeins going up in the next couple of days.
Yays.
Probably. So if you're interested, it'll be there. And I thank you for your encouragement and support. You know, and I don't mean buying all the time. I'm talking about all the encouragement you guys have given me for, you know, suggestions for colorways and encouragement of doing things like this. Because I would have hemmed and hawed if people just didn't say, get out there and do it. You know, do an Etsy shop. Because I just would have. I can be indecisive sometimes. So, just like with posting the the Ravelry store.
Good heavens. I just got tired of waiting for you.
I'm thankful to Heidi and to Talia in particular, and to Bonnie and to Sue and to Valeria, because they, and Laura, concert. People who have really, really been supportive of me in one way or another. Not that all of you haven't been, but in a special way.
Or another. I'm gonna get you,
Blondie. Okay. So thank you very, very much. I appreciate that. And I think I am going to be doing something about a Christmas in July. I may or may not have some Christmas colorways up. There will be probably, if I do this, there will be a sale, and it probably will be for, a few days in July somewhere. I have to think about it a little bit and see if that will work.
Because July's kind of an awkward
Because
month.
July is kind of busy. It'll either be front-ended or it'll be at the end, closer to August, because the middle of July, like the middle 2 weeks, are kind of crazy. Okay, so that's that. I'm still reading A Draw of Kings by Patrick Carr, right? that I read it before. That's why I'm taking my time with it. And I'm reading Mary, Queen of Apostles by Blessed James Alberione. So I'm making progress on both of those books. Are you reading anything you want to talk about?
I'm just making slow progress on Pray Always and Mary, Queen of Apostles by Father Alberione. I haven't done as much of the history reading as I had been doing.
Vonnie, I wanted to thank you for your PM. I think it was a PM. I did respond to you, I believe. If not, look for a response later on. I haven't quite decided. I'm not really well versed in those two franchises, so I don't know if that'll be a possibility or not. I did do some cursory research, but I would need to do more. So you know what I'm talking about. I'm sure everybody else can guess. So, okay. I do want to thank the Wagar Zoo. And thank you for explaining that that you were returning. I'm glad you were able to get yourself back on Ravelry.
And that's a YouTube person.
Yes, and Valeria and Sally, both Sallys, Tasha and Jean, thank you for your comments on YouTube. I am actually all caught up with the comments on YouTube and on Ravelry, or I was. I don't know if I still am. I think Sue popped up just before podcasting in the Ravelry group.
Although Sue had made a comment early on.
Yeah, she was the last
She must
one.
have commented again.
She did. She commented. I think I answered.
Because I read all the comments. I just haven't had a chance to respond to all.
Right. I responded to them when I was, doing some things this morning because I knew that I was getting tired of pushing it to the wire. I wanted it to be done before we did the podcast. So, now, are we podcasting on Monday next week?
Should be. I can't think of why we wouldn't, but I don't know. We should be, yeah, because I'm off till Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
I'm off Thursday through
Father's Day? Is
yeah.
that this coming? Yeah.
I have a 5-day weekend.
Okay. So we should be coming back on Monday unless something comes up. And we always try to warn you about that. So please continue to be as active as you are in the autism awareness threads.
Yeah, because this Monday I have the thing with the girls. I think it's this coming Monday. I have the thing with the girls who
You didn't tell me that.
It's on my calendar.
Well, I don't just look on your calendar.
Yeah, I think that this Monday I have that thing with the girls who are like Girl Scouts talking about emergency
Well, how are you going to
stuff.
do your...
It's I'll let them know at the Adoration Chapel.
Because I have an hour at 1 and I can do it if I have to, but,
Because they have to do Monday.
Yeah. But, okay, so that'll be... We'll be doing that. We're getting very, very close to closing out the autism awareness because it ends June 30th, July 1st, because that's when we start cardiac, which means that we have to contact, they already know who they are. You contacted one person, right? Mm-hmm. And I contacted one person. I think that's all we have, right?
I'm going to have to, no, she's fully aware because she sent me a message.
She did? Mm-hmm. Recently?
Within the past month.
Yeah, well, you probably should give her a heads up, maybe on your 5-day. And I will also contact the person.
Yeah, that requires me having a brain. I don't own one.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, we will contact them to make sure they are remembering. We have some wonderful co-hosts this year, as we always do. And we're looking forward to working with them. In the meantime, we wish you a very happy and blessed week full of knitting, crocheting, whatever kind of crafting you like to do. And we hope you enjoy the wonderful weather. If you have it, it's been a little hot here, but we'll take it for a little while until we get tired of it. And we hope to see you back here at the PHN Fun in the Woman Cave. This is the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 263, and that's a wrap.